Hey guys, well, we're finally warming up. We're getting warm water. For me, warm water means top water. I love top water fishing. And you know me, I love a wake bait. I'll tell you something I'd almost never used, but once I started painting lures, I got some of these and tried them, and I haven't looked back since. So I need another new wake bait painted, something a little bit different, maybe something a little unusual, and maybe we'll try this one with a wrap. Stick with me. All right, as I said, we're going to do a wrap on this wake bait. So instead of white, we're going to make a base coat of Createx Opaque Black. Now, if you want your base coat underneath your wrap to be a different color, then that's what you'd use. As long as it's a dark color, you can bypass the base coat of white, as long as you're using a real dark color, whether it's black or a dark green or something like that. If you're going to use a light color like yellow, or something like that, I would still put the base coat white underneath the yellow to make it look right. All right, we're going to have to take the heat gun. We're going to have to dry this off really good before we put our wrap on it. All right, guys, I went ahead and put the wrap on. Like I figured, as I've said before, you've seen me put quite a few wraps on, so you've probably got an idea what we're doing there. And if you'll note, there is no wrap on the head. I don't want to do the wrap on the head. I'm going to leave that plain. But before we start with any colors, in order to get them right, we're going to have to come back now with our Createx Opaque White and spray everything all over with that. Be sure you really get on the belly, because that's always the spot that's the hardest because of the clips. And up under that nose. All right, there we go. Got it back white. Now we're ready to start with some colors. So let me clean up and we'll get going. We're going to start out with the belly. We're going to go with Createx Pearlized Lime. Pearl Lime for the belly. About halfway up. And we're going to, get underneath that bottom. There we go, up underneath the clip there. All right. There we go. All right, that'll do that. We clean up, we'll work on the top. Now, for the top side, we're going to go Createx Pearlized Pearl Green. So a nice dark green for the top. And again, I'm going to avoid the head. And there we go. That's all we need for that. Now, we're going to need to dry this really well before we take the wrap off. And yeah, we're going to take the wrap off before we paint the head. All right. Should have that dry enough. Let's see about taking this off. Yeah, it's a little bit different. Normally you get all the painting done, then you take off the wrap. But this time it's a little bit different. There we go, got our two tones of green. Need our head. So we're going to come back with Createx Transparent Orange. And I'm going to spray back to front so I don't overlap too much of the other. You know, I'm running out of orange, but yeah, it's okay. I think we're going to let that go. Orange head. No wrap there. I had really thought about taking this orange and putting a little stripe right down the belly. but I don't think it's going to cover. I think that orange is going to be too light colored. You really won't see it, except you could right there, couldn't you? All right, hang on. Nothing like making decisions here at the last second. Let's see if we can put a little bit right up in front there. There we go. Just enough. Right up in front of the hook set. All right, there we go. All right, guys, let's get the top coat on. And we're going to go with the Bob Smith Industry 30-minute slow cure. I've been trying some different techniques here. I've been using a rattle can once in a while. I'm kind of experimenting with that. It's so much easier and quicker, but will you have a good solid top coat that's going to handle a lot of abuse? I know it won't handle nearly what this will handle. This will really do a job. And I don't think that rattle can, there, I got it right here. This is what I've been trying some, a Rust-Oleum Clear Gloss. How long that's going to last, it can't last nearly as long as these. This two-part epoxy is much better, but it is faster. And it's just kind of an experiment I'm going to do over the summer here and see just how long they last. I did notice, even though it says it's a clear gloss on that rattle can, it's not nearly as shiny. You don't have nearly the gloss that you get from this two-part epoxy. Now, if you're kind of new to this, on the epoxy like that, make sure you get about equal amounts. And yeah, I didn't bother to measure. I know there's a lot of people that really get picky about that. I have never had a problem as of yet. So I don't get as picky as some people do. But I can't say I've ever really had a problem with one where it wouldn't harden up right. So I just was not as picky about it. As far as a brush, just cheap Walmart. Buy 20 or 30 of them in a package for like $2, something like that. And everything will even itself out once you hang them up. A lot of people have your turners. You can rotate the lure. I just hang mine up. And that seems to work pretty good. Main thing, just get yourself with a good, even coating all over. Try not to miss any spots, because that will definitely kind of mess you up in the end. Alright, oops, all on the side here. It's that time of the year that the topwater stuff's starting to pick up. Had a week or so ago, had a really good day with a wake bait, so I'm anxious to get this one out. See how this one does. I like the colors. Alright, I think I got it all. We will put a wire on this and we'll hang it up, let it dry. We'll see what we have. Well, there it is, guys. And I hate to say it, but so far it's only picked up a couple little small bass, not much bigger than the lure itself. But hey, I've got high hopes it's going to do something down the line. Hey, thanks for sticking with me. Subscribe to the channel if you would. Hope to see you again real soon.